inches. Anthony Lynn says now's the time. His guy's going on 4th down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Eckler. Couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
1-yard line.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
5-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Yeah, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They're trying to get it to runs, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the return comes to a run right at the 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Escaping the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Allen has it, left side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. They're going for it. Here's Herbert. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And this one is incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Eluding the pressure. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Carr gives to Richard. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 29, Carr. Waller taking it in over the middle. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 14. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Carr. It's a screen to Richard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 5.
The Charger drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 1st down, it's Herbert. They'll roll him out right. And that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. On 1st down, Justin Herbert sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Being chased out left. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's David Arnett picking it up. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
He'll look downfield for Waller. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the Sear Adderley. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And the Raiders have got him. A safety with a sack there, LaMarcus Joyner. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
It's 2nd down.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now it's Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And it's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Third and long, it's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now on is the punter long here as he sends this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. On the ground, Jacobs will get the 3rd quarter started. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. Third down here.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Throwing his car on third down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
He'll swing this one out to Richard. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
10 yards on the pickup.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. The open man here, Renfrow. Past the 20. They take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Hunter Renfrow, 45 yards. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. 17. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this carries into the end zone. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And now he's going to use his legs. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
At the 45-yard line.
Running it. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. And that's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
The ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, Richard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Throwing on first down is Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. He'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
1st and 10.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. That throw into the arms of Allen. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on fourth down. Let's see what's in store here. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Credit the sack there to Arden Key. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Play action. It's Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Out of the gun, Herbert rolling to his right. He's airing it out for Williams. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
A 1st down run there for Jacobs, but nothing doing as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. To throw his car. Now they go screen. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Shotgun now for Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Hard to throw for it on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Raiders trying on 4th down, but to no avail. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
On second down, here's Herbert. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
The Chargers on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And Allen's got it. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert finding room to the 20. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They read zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Herbert throwing again. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Carr. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. To throw again, Carr. And once more to Ruggs, this time the catch made. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
The Raiders on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll find his running back here, Richard. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass and they get 12 yards out of it. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run it with Jacobs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays when the lanes go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Here's Herbert. Looking for Allen. He's got it on the slant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They toss it out right to Kelly. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This is a counter play. Eckler. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Corey Littleton on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Max Crosby. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
And it's 4th down.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him. He didn't. Seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
51-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Jalen Richard now on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
2nd and 9 at the 25.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
He's got his man. It's Williams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
At the 47-yard line.
Back to throw, Carr. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. The 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running the toss here to Jacobs. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
And 9 at the Chargers' 13-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
They started on the ground with Eckler, and not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now it's Herbert. Henry brings it in. He's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And some room to maneuver. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it. And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say goodnight from Las Vegas.